Here's Gradey.
It's never a dull moment.
Before we go one-on-one, we got a little surprise.
You have a little surprise? What's your surprise?
Some attire. We know you like the Raptors.
Woo! Nice! I love it.
Surprise!
Thank you. Look at
Your
that.
real name.
My real name. One for the collection. All right, thanks.
I've never seen a 50 jersey.
So I'm from Iowa, and basketball is very big in Iowa. I'm from a small farming community, and that's just what you did. I mean, in 7th grade, you just picked up the sport, and, you know, I'd go out and shoot baskets before that when I was younger, but nothing competitively. Actually, my career started in junior high. We didn't start as young as kids do now. Just played in 7th, 8th grade, and then I grew, and I grew, and I ended up being 6'2", so it just, and I loved it. I loved the sport. I knew that if I could be good enough at basketball, I'd get to go to college and get a degree. So that was the main goal behind all that. It came down to Iowa State and Oklahoma State, and I couldn't make up my mind. So my dad said, I'll tell you one thing. He said, if you go to Iowa State, we'll be at every game. He said, if you go to Oklahoma State, we'll see you play twice a year. So that was my decision, to have my family there.
Underneath the coil. She feeds off underneath the Jaspers, and Jaspers is fouled.
I worked really hard. Some people it's very natural for, and I worked really, really hard to get to where I was. And I was a center at the time, so I mean, I just worked on my game in close, and that gave me my success. So high school, 6-on-6, you have 3 guards on one side, 3 forwards on the other, and you never cross the half-court line. So I was a forward, I was 6'2", so I just stood right under the basket. They passed me the ball and I'd score 50 points a game. My highest game was 68 points. Then college, I had free throw record 15 in a row. That was against KU, which was kind of fun. And that, I don't know if that still may stand. And then I had field goal percentage also. And then my senior year, I was female athlete of the year at Iowa State. And then I had like all conference honors and that type of thing, academic and for basketball. At that time, I thought my career would be over after 4 years. Then my first cousin played at the University of Iowa. I played at Iowa State. And she called me up one day and she said, hey, Carmen, there's a job open with a company called Fujitsu in Japan. And she's like, they're needing a center. You want to come over and play? So I'm like, sure, why not? So sent them my information and I went over and played for a year. I would post up here, and then what you do is you fake your guard this way. So you fake them, and then you come back, and it's in like that. So you can do it either way. So it could be this.
Oh! I tried to, all right.
So it can be this, and then you go over, and then boom. Either way.
I like the middle one better.
You like going to the middle?
Because then I'd fake for
this
it.
way, then they come this way.
Whoa! Or you go like this.
All right, you want to play pig?
Sure. She'd be on the court with us, you know, playing against us, and you know, I couldn't really beat her till like later middle school, I guess. because, you know, or in the post, she had all her moves, and, you know, in the post, she was not missing a, you know, a jump shot. So, you know, but yeah, as I got older and, you know, talking with them and kind of looking back at the little history books, it was cool to learn and see what y'all did.
That's too easy.
That's too easy. No.
P.
P.
My first memory of basketball was really probably just playing in the backyard with my siblings and my parents, just my family in general. But yeah, we used to have just a slab of concrete in the backyard, and then eventually turned into a sport court. So I just remember being out there, you know, in the summer every day playing with them.
Backboard. He had a basketball in his hand when he was, you know, little, and then he would just head out on the court, and we always kept the basket low for him so he could hit the shots and not, you know, have poor form. So he always was working on his form. So I think the biggest thing was he was just always playing with his brothers and his sister, and, you know, a big tribute to his success. When he was looking at different schools for college, we told him, wherever, dream big and go wherever you want to go. This is your chance. And we took those visits, and it came down to KU, which of course I was ecstatic about.
The decision to go to Kansas in the first place was a dream school for me, and they knew that. We've been, you know, Kansas fans our whole life, and all my siblings go through there, and my ultimate dream, you know, lifelong dream, is to be in the NBA.
You know, in my mind, I had him going to college 2 years. So when they said he's going to be a one and done, that was a big adjustment for me, because I really thought I was going to have him around for 2 more years.
After I just reassured her and actually told her face to face, you know, she was perfectly good with it. And I think that just goes back to the sports we played growing up. You know, whatever choice I was going to make and decision I was going to go with, you know, she's going to support 100%.
Ultimately, the NBA was his end goal, his dream, and you got to let him fly. So, you know, we did everything we could to just, you know, prepare him for that, and it's been a great path.
With the 13th pick in the 2023 NBA Draft, the Toronto Raptors select Gradey Dick from the University of Kansas.
I was very proud of him. I mean, just very proud of him, and just to know how hard he had worked and that it was all paying off for him.
It inspired me a ton. I mean, because, you know, I'm a mama's boy. I'm the youngest of 4, so I'm always, you know, going to be her baby, and I know it's different for her, kind of seeing me leave college early, thinking I was going to, you know, stay around home a little longer. So I know it's been, you know, tough for her and tough for me for sure.
We both love the sport, and, you know, I still to this day love when he comes home and we just go out and shoot, and I rebound for him, and it is definitely a bond that we both share, the love of the sport. That's good. I can be pretty hard on him, and I'm always very honest with him. I always tell him, you know, you worked hard, great job, but, you know, but it's coming from love. I mean, it's coming from pure love, but just trying to give him my pointers and help him get better.
You know, her and my dad have been the most important, you know, for me, and the ups and downs of this season, because, yeah, there's going to be, you know, your lows and there's going to be your highs, and I think the early challenges that I had, obviously, it stunk to be in those kind of time period, but I think the coolest thing that they reminded me was, you know, you know, you can't have a story with you're succeeding in everything. You know, your story, you know, kind of builds you, and the challenges that you face towards that, you know, makes your story. And I feel like, you know, the challenges that I face and you're able to persevere through them, then I feel like that kind of makes your story worth, you know, being told.
Come on, man. You taught me that. Taught me that.
What's one thing you remember her teaching you?
Consistency. You know, you can't let one game, you know, rule you, and there's the next one coming up.
The best thing he's good at is, they've called it the next shot mentality.
Short-term memory.
Short-term memory, yep. Miss or make, you just keep moving on. Mm-hmm. And don't dwell on what just happened.
Yeah. Focus on
Yep.
forward.
Focus on going forward.
what we hold dear to, you know, us as a family is being there for each other, you know, every step of the way, and just making it important to, you know, always come back, you know, when we can, and, you know, be with each other as much as we can. So I feel like when I have that support system, it just keeps a motivation in me to, you know, keep pushing for them.
Family is most important to us, and I know you've talked to Gradey, and he would say the same thing. Our family's very, very close, and that's probably my most prideful. I'm proud of my family.
1-3 and we're done. Hand off.
Woo!
Good pass.
Thank you.
Are we about to witness?
Baby's first words? Let's hear them!
Oh, drowned out by the blender. Rookie move.
Oh, so sad. Audio Magic Eraser?
You kidding me?
Hello! Pixel in the clutch! Share that with Grandma.
Google Pixel 8.
Even better with Bell.